What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Train Simulator 2021. Today we are on the Tehachapi Pass, the brand new route that just released for Railworks, and I am very excited about this one. Today we are actually going to do something simple. We're going to do a switching scenario called the Bakersfield Shuffle using the GP40-2 locomotive. Basically, MWCST has arrived in Bakersfield. Some cars need to be added and removed before it continues north to Stockton. So that is what we're going to go ahead and do today and check out Bakersfield. And let's hop in there and waste no time. Good evening. MWCST arrived in Bakersfield a short time ago. You have been tasked to remove some empty cars from the rear of the consist and place them into an unoccupied yard track. Then you must add some loaded tank cars. Once it's complete, train will be allowed to continue north. Start by proceeding to the south end of the yard. So it is basically the same GP40 that you get from the GP40 pack available on Steam. Nothing really different. So we want to end up heading towards Bakersfield SJVR Yard Track 605, which I'm assuming is going to be straight behind us here. Here's our main locomotive, and I believe this is what's going to be behind us. Okay, so no, it's actually going to be in front of us. So our switcher is over here. So yeah, it is going to be in front of us. So let's go ahead and hop in the cab. Turn on our headlights to bright. Release the brake. And let's go ahead and put the throttle into forward here. And you know what? For good measures, we'll go ahead and turn on the ditch lights, which I thought we just did, but I guess we did not. Okay, so I guess the ditch lights don't work in this locomotive. Very interesting. So we are on a career scenario, and we are set at 1,000 points. We want to make sure that we keep those 1,000 points so we can, pass the scenario and all that fun stuff. So that is what we're going to kind of focus on today. Make sure we don't speed or nothing. Hopefully you guys are having a great Saturday today so far. Going to be a good weekend for me. I do actually work today, unfortunately. First Saturday in a while, but I did get a 4-day weekend last week, so it was kind of making up for that. And on top of not working on Friday or Thursday, so it was basically just making up for all of that, which is fine. Looks like we're about a mile and a little bit less than a mile and a half away from our stopping point. So I believe this is the train right here to our right that we are going to be taking cars from. So kind of taking a look at Bakersfield over here. Actually doesn't look too bad. We do got this thing over here to our left, kind of like an irrigation type thing, or kind of like a flooding thing to, keep the tracks and all that from flooding. Actually looks pretty neat so far. Look at all those houses over there and everything to your to our left over there. Very neat looking. Of course, a lot of the assets are recycled, so there's nothing we can really do there, but it is one of the newest routes available for the game right now. And yeah, it actually does come with a Union Pacific and a BNSF rolling stock, which is cool, since the pass here from Mojave to Bakersfield ends up having trackage rights for Union Pacific and BNSF, so we can pretty much run both of the railroads on this route here, which is pretty cool. We do get brand new Union Pacific, a GE AC 4400 CW locomotive, which is brand new. The ES 44 AC, which we get in all of the UP DLCs. ST 70 ACE, which everyone probably already has as well, and a GP 40-2, and then we also get the BNSF GEVO. So nothing really new except for the AC 60 or the AC 4400 CW. And I believe this is what the actual, this is the locomotive that we were looking at here. That is the brand new locomotive into the game. And then on top of it, we do have Cane Creek that just came out for Train Sim World 2, or either it did come out or it's about to come out. I don't know. I'll be picking that up here soon as well. So gotta have a lot of Union Pacific stuff, a lot of Amtrak stuff coming up next in the next upcoming weeks and stuff as well. But we are going to be stopping here at Bakersfield SJVR Yard Track 605. And of course we're going to get into the route a little bit more, checking it out and all that fun stuff. It's just I figured it was a short, little shunting scenario to kind of get the look of Bakersfield and all that. So I figured why not go ahead and, check this one out first, and then we'll go ahead and check out the rest of the route soon. But we are coming up on our stopping point here. We still got a clear signal, so we're all good there. Take it we're going to have to pull more than just the tank cars, and yeah, so it says it's about 35 minutes. So we'll couple those on, drop them off at 3, get the ones at 15, and then at 2. So nothing too fancy. We're going to make sure we clear this second switch here so we can back onto these cars over here. Very cool indeed. Alright, so we're going to use our independent brake here to come to a stop, because we are just about to hit that control point. Let us go ahead and flip the switch here, unless it's actually going to, I guarantee you it's going to flip it for us. Reverser in neutral. We'll come to a quick stop here. Alright, excellent. Reverse on to yard track number 2 and couple on to the consist. We'll do just that. We'll go ahead and release the brake here. Reverser is in neutral. And I believe we do have a locomotive. Yep, 7135. So it is actually, are we lined up? I guarantee you we're all lined up for it. Yeah, we're lined up there. We are not lined up here. So let's go ahead and line up our switch here. There we go. And let's go ahead and bring this bad boy into reverse. And yes, if you are wondering, the sounds are recycled from previous DLCs. I know. It's pretty much what we were expecting at this point. So I'm wishing, they would up their sound game a little bit. But unfortunately, with it being Dovetail, I do not see that happening in the near future. Of course, for Train Sim World, without a doubt, possibly, but not for this game. I feel like anything that they bring into this game right now that is Dovetail made is going to be basically recycled. Anything recycled that they can. If they're going to add new stuff, it's probably going to be, something new. Probably but have a recycled cab, recycled sounds. All of that fun stuff. They can't, even physics. Like, half the time the physics aren't even real in Train Simulator. Train Sim World, they're a lot better. But I do have to put in a lot of physics mods, which I really don't enjoy doing. So I just kind of stick with what it's defaulted to. But here we are. We're going to be kind of taking a look from this cab over here, just to make sure we don't slam into that train that we're supposed to be taking cars off of from. Alright, now on couple empty center beam car 855287 from the tank car in front of it. Then drop off these cars anywhere on yard track number 3. Keep locomotive 7135 connected to the locomotives 3144 and 3147. Oh, okay, so they want us to keep it over here. So the empty center beam cars, it was 8. Yep, that's the one right there. 855287. Man, it's dark over here, dude. I can't see nothing. Let's go ahead and uncouple those bad boys. Alright, so they want us to put it anywhere on track number 3. Which track number 3 is... Can't tell if it's the one to the left of us or the one to the right of us. Okay, so it is the one to the left of us over here. So that is where we are actually going. Alright, so we are reversing on to Bakersfield yard track number 3. We're about to get our whole consist onto the track there. And as you guys can see, there is a dip in the track. And if we come back here, it'll start dipping. So we want to make sure that we get it stopped before that second dip. So let's go ahead and get on the brakes here right now. And it looks like we'll be we won't be hitting it. We'll be alright. So we'll come over here and then we'll have to uncouple the cars and the engine. So we're going to have to back it up just a tad bit more so that we can clear that switch. I didn't realize that there was a switch over here. So we'll have to just back it up a tad bit more just so that center beam car can clear the switch. So in case another train has to come over here, they are not going to cause an accident by hitting the parked car. That should be far enough right there. Reverser in neutral. And let's go ahead and uncouple these bad boys from here. There we go. Move to yard track 15, couple onto the tank cars. Here we go. And for all you guys wondering, here is a look in the cab of the AC 4400 locomotive. It is a pretty brand new cab. It does look brand new. The buttons over here for the lights and everything are brand new, which is amazing. And we do have a rear headlight on it as well. It's got controllable headlights, which is nice. And yeah, it's somewhat of a brand new layout for the thing here, which is cool. We can take a look at the sounds here. And they're recycled. Alright, well the horn's different, I'll tell you that. Interesting. We come back here. We've got, engine on and all that fun stuff. Crosswalk lights, nothing that we can turn on. Max speed 70, we got a radio. And that is pretty much the gist of it. We can open windows. We can't open doors. Yeah, so nothing too fancy. Nothing really too fancy to deal with that in the cab of that AC locomotive. But we do got the headlights on the rear just so for FRA protocol. And they want us to go to yard track 15. So my question is, where is 15? Because we do got an advanced approach over there, it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and stop my train. And I'm going to try to figure out where 15 is. Ah, so 15 is actually back over there. Okay. So we kind of went a little too far, which is fine. So we can access it by going down track number 3. And then flipping this switch over here. Okay, so to track 3. Flipping that to over here. And 15 is over there. So we'll flip over there. Flip over here, I think. Flip over here. And I think that will lead me to here. And that's 14. So 15 is over there. So this is 14. So that will lead me to 15. Alright, so let's go ahead and back her up right now. Release the brake. So yeah, we did go a little bit too far out of the way, but it's all good. I didn't know where the yard was. It's a learning process for all of us here. And we'll actually go ahead and dim our headlight here because we don't actually need it. And then, of course, we are going to couple these tank cars onto our train here on track 2. So we're still looking good at 1,000 points. Hopefully we can keep those throughout the duration of this episode because that'll be like the first time I've ever kept 1,000 points. So that'll be super cool, guys. We'll look at a nice little shot of our engines running back there. And yeah, we'll head to track 15 here. Alright, so now we attached them to the back of the MWCST uncoupled 1344 from 7135. We can do just that. Alrighty, here we go. Let's go ahead and put the throttle in forward here. Reverser is in release. And here we go. Got our tank cars right here. Got a long cut. Man, that stuttered a little bit, didn't it? Got a line of tank cars right here. Got the EOT device on the rear, which is good. Don't think we really need it for a yard move, but I could be wrong, though. I don't know. But we're going to be chilling here and watching the shove, man. Alright, so we are getting close here to coupling on the cut cars onto the actual train. So let's go ahead and make sure we run our safety stop here first. I actually think we're going to cut onto these cars. No safety stop needed. Woo, that was like perfect right there, man. And now we're going to couple them on, and then we come over here and we uncouple the 7135 from our consist, as I believe it's this train's DPU. There we go. Return locomotives 1344 to yard track number 5, which I think is where we started off at. Alright guys, so as you guys can see on the HUD right there, Bakersfield UP yard track number 5 is where we're actually dropping these two locomotives off. But I do hope you guys enjoyed this little switching episode. I know we don't typically do switching that often. That's because it's not one of my most favorite things to do. I'm more of just a guy that gets out there, wants to run the main line and all that fun stuff. But we will be doing some more switching stuff coming soon, because I know a lot of you guys do like the switching stuff as well and the main line running. So we're going to try to kind of do a mixture of both, you know, so we're not doing all this stuff at, you know, I don't mean it like all at once, but so we're, you know, not doing more mainline running, more switching. I guarantee you we'll do more mainline than switching, but we're going to try to balance it out a little bit and all that fun stuff. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, do make sure you hit the like button and that subscribe button with the bell icon. Make sure you guys also join the Discord server, follow me on Twitter, Facebook, add me on Snapchat, do all that fun stuff. You can also leave a comment down below if you guys really want to as well. Just going to keep shoving back here till we get to yard track number 5. We did lose a couple points. That was all on me because I ended up going about 16 miles an hour because I wasn't watching the throttle. So that was all on me, but still we're pretty much near 1,000, which isn't bad. I guarantee you it's going to be a fail though, since, you know, it wasn't actually 1,000. But yeah, man, we got advanced approach here at CP at Kern Junction, even though, you know, it's the same signals as all the other DLCs, so nothing's actually changed there. But yeah, we will definitely do some mainline running on this sub here. Take a look at it. We got a Days Inn right here, man. It's called the Motel, but you can definitely tell that's a Days Inn. And then here is the great city of Bakersfield, California. Alright, so we're pretty much getting to our track here. Just a few more feet. Or I guess we're calling it miles. 0.06 miles. We want to make sure that we get past the switch here. We'll go ahead and shut the headlight off. And all of that fun stuff. Reverser goes into neutral. Make sure that headlight's off as well, which it is. And we are now pretty clear of that switch. So let's go ahead and set our independent. We'll go ahead and set the brake as well. Just for that. We'll actually keep the headlight on. Now we'll turn it off. We don't need it. Neutral. All that fun stuff. You know, we didn't have any of this stuff on, which is fine. We do got class lights, though, which is weird, even though there's really no class lights on here. It is what it is, man. Turn the ditch lights off. Turn all that off. All that. And we'll keep the engine running, because I don't know what they plan on doing with these locomotives, but I think we're going to be good right here. Yep, well done, and I'm prepared to depart for Stockton, secure these locomotives to complete the job. Alright, that's going to go and do it, guys. Take care.